that I only work with, like 2 or 3 people at any one time. And the time, and that's partly time, but that's also energy. I become really invested in my client's business. I'm only ever going to be successful if my clients are successful.
And I'm very pragmatic with the sense of that when it comes to the business, and me wanting to control every aspect because it's my baby, I've built it, and no one else knows how to do this more than me. And it's really strange. It's like when you go to, say for instance, a hotel or a shop, when you walk in as a customer, you expect there to be more than one person. You expect there to be more than one person doing another job, and you expect a service. But then when you become a business manager, nobody else can do it better than yourself, and you don't like to let go of control.
Yeah.
So for those people who are in that position where they're like, I know that I need help, but I'm not ready to relinquish control, how do you manage that communicatively, how to put them at ease for the benefit for them?
Yeah, so I think so like obviously when I work with someone, I become so integral with someone's business. I care about the business as much as my clients. That's like we talked earlier, that I only work with like 2 or 3 people at any one time. And the time, and that's partly time, but that's also energy. I become really invested in my client's business. I'm only ever going to be successful if my clients are successful. And I've had my own businesses. I've been a personal trainer. I've had a one-to-one adult swimming lesson business. I've had a yoga and Pilates studio. I've run businesses, and now like my business is really supporting another business. None of us can exist without clients, but there's really nothing I can do without a client.
Yeah.
Like you could create videos. Maybe it would be like like wildlife, it could be or street scenes, or but you could create videos even if you didn't have a client. But I can't manage a business if there isn't a business to manage.
Yeah, it's chicken and the egg.
Yeah. There's no. So I'm only successful if my client is successful. And so, but it's a business is a baby. I had a baby. I had to find a nursery for them, and like maybe like going to school, it was probably it's harder for the parent than the child when your child goes to school for the first day. They don't even look behind, do they?
You feel like you hear that bit in your heart, and you just like look back. You look back, you jerk. It's about me. It's not about you. This moment's for me.
And so it is. I do understand how important the business is to my client. To be honest, if the business wasn't important to my client, then they're not a client for me, because I actually want I want my clients to care about their business. If they didn't care about their business, then I don't want to work with them. So I do, I really do understand that. If they haven't outsourced anything before, then one of the ways, if they really are like not wanting to, is to take an element and outsource it. So we'd like one example would be social media. Another example may be like managing their inbox for them. It could be following up leads. There's yes, it's showing that somebody else can help them, and the benefit of that.
And it's that whole thing, and they say a lot with it within film as well. When you're watching a film, is the show don't tell, and
Yes.
until you're there with the customer and you're showing them, and they go, actually, this is nice.
Yes. Yeah. When you realize, I think that's, like you say, when you realize, like, oh, wow, like my social media is doing really well. Yeah, I'm doing the occasional post myself, but I've got it, like I'm getting all these amazing graphics. The content looks really good. You know, it's being posted out regularly. I don't have to think about it. And then you suddenly realize that you're not staying up to midnight having to do it, and so you've got time back. Or like I say, you may be up to midnight but you're doing something else, you're growing your business, and so yeah, it's actually seeing the benefit of outsourcing something.